What if I told you that the days of range anxiety, slow charging, and boring electric cars are officially over? Because the Kia EV6 just walked into the room, and it didn't come to play it safe. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about electric vehicles on the market right now, the Kia EV6, and honestly, this car has a lot going on. From its razor-sharp looks to its insane charging speeds, there's a reason people keep comparing it to cars that cost way more money. So let's break it all down, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about how this thing looks, because the EV6 is genuinely one of the most striking cars on the road today. It doesn't look like a typical family electric car at all. The aggressive lines, the steeply raked windscreen, the wide stance, this car looks like it's going fast even when it's just sitting in a parking lot. Kia gave it a facelift recently, and the updated headlights with their wild angles fit perfectly with the car's bold personality. Whether you love it or think it's a bit much, you absolutely cannot ignore it. And honestly, that's kind of the point. Now let's talk about what really matters. How does it actually drive? And the answer is way better than you'd expect from a family EV. The rear-wheel drive version puts out 225 horsepower and sprints from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 7.7 seconds. That's more than enough grunt for everyday driving. But if you step up to the dual-motor all-wheel drive setup, you're looking at 320 horsepower and a 0 to 60 to time of just 5.3 seconds. That's proper sports car territory right there. On twisty back roads, the EV6 is genuinely fun. The steering is precise and well-weighted, the grip is strong, and the car feels balanced and planted through corners. It doesn't try to pretend it's a hot hatch, but it's definitely the most driver-focused car in its class. One thing worth mentioning though, the ride can get a bit firm, especially in GT Line S trim with the bigger 20-inch wheels. It's not uncomfortable, but if you hit a pothole or a rough patch of road, you'll definitely feel it. Rivals like the Skoda Enyaq handle bumps a bit more smoothly, so that's worth keeping in mind if comfort is your top priority. The regenerative braking system is excellent though. You can adjust the strength with paddles behind the steering wheel, and the one-pedal driving mode, called iPedal, works brilliantly in stop-and-go traffic. It's strong enough to bring the car to a complete stop and hold it there without you touching the brake pedal at all. Once you get used to it, it's honestly hard to go back. Okay, let's talk about the stuff that really makes the EV6 stand out from the crowd: range and charging. The updated EV6 now comes with an 84 kWh battery across the entire lineup, and the rear-wheel drive version can go up to 361 miles on a single charge. That's seriously impressive. Even the all-wheel drive version manages around 324 to 339 miles depending on the trim level, but the real party trick of the EV6 is its charging speed. Thanks to Kia's 800-volt electrical architecture, the same technology you'd find in a Porsche Taycan, the EV6 can charge at up to 350 kilowatts at compatible ultra-rapid chargers. What does that mean in real life? A 10 to 80% top-up takes just 18 minutes. 18 minutes. That is seriously fast, and very few competitors can match that right now. So, even on long road trips, your pit stops are more like a quick coffee break than a lengthy wait at home on a standard 7.4 kilowatt wall box. A full charge from empty takes just under 13 hours overnight, so you wake up every morning with a fully charged car. Pretty convenient. Step inside the EV6 and you're greeted by a really slick, modern interior. The centerpiece is a pair of curved 12.3-inch screens that wrap around the driver, one for the infotainment and one for the digital instrument cluster. It looks fantastic, and the menus are actually easy to navigate, which isn't always the case with fancy touchscreen systems. You also get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So connecting your phone is completely hassle-free. The updated interior has replaced the old glossy piano black trim with a matte textured finish, which looks way classier and doesn't show fingerprints and scratches nearly as much. There's also a neat rotary dial for switching between drive, neutral, and reverse, which keeps the center console feeling clean and uncluttered. Build quality feels solid and premium, appropriate for a car in this price range. Even the base air trim comes loaded with dual's own climate control, heated front seats, and steering wheel, a reversing camera, front and rear parking sensors, and wireless phone charging. The top-spec GT Line S adds a head-up display, a panoramic sunroof, a 14-speaker Meridian audio system, and a full 360-degree camera setup. Pretty well-equipped all around. Practicality is a mixed bag. The boot offers 490 liters of space, which sounds decent, and the floor area is genuinely huge, but it's quite shallow, so loading taller items can be tricky. Fold the rear seats down and you get 1,300 liters total, which is much more useful. There's also a small front storage compartment under the hood for hiding your charging cables, which is a nice touch. Rear passenger space is interesting. Legroom back there is outstanding, among the best in class, but headroom is a little tight due to the car's sleek roofline. Taller passengers might find it a touch claustrophobic. The EV6 also has a generous towing capacity of 1,800 kilograms, which is much better than a lot of its rivals. So, should you buy the Kia EV6? Here's the bottom line. If you want a stylish, sporty, fast-charging electric family car that's genuinely fun to drive and packed with technology, the EV6 absolutely delivers. The 361-mile range, the 18-minute rapid charging, and the sharp driving dynamics make it one of the most capable EVs at this price point. The ride can be a bit stiff. The boot could be deeper, and some rivals like the Polestar 2 offer even better efficiency. But as a complete package, the Kia EV6 is a seriously compelling choice. The best buy in the lineup is the Air RWD. It gives you the longest range, all the essential features, and the smaller wheels that help soften that firm ride. Electric cars have come a long way, and the EV6 is living proof that you don't have to compromise on style, performance, or technology to make the switch. If you're in the market for an EV, this one absolutely belongs on your shortlist. That's it for today's review. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.